Hey, what's going on, 10-back bowling? So it's Jesse here, and today I bring you the all-new Roto Grip Hustle X-Ray. So very excited about this ball. I tend to need to use a little bit lower end performance bowling balls here at Park Center Lanes, so I think that this is going to be a great addition to my bag. I'm also going to compare it to a different brand bowling ball, the Motive Thrill Solid. So on a fresh house shot today, a little bit higher volume than what we typically see, so I'm interested to see how much further right I'm able to play. So we'll take the Hustle X-Ray out the lane, we'll check it out. Before we do that, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. We're getting really close to the 5,000 mark on subscribers, and then just a reminder, once we do, we're going to go ahead and give away that ball. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, share our videos for us. We appreciate everybody so far. So I'm going to start a little bit further right than I typically would here. We'll see what the ball looks like. So this ball is a solid, comes out of box with a 4,000 grit finish. I've actually only thrown this ball a handful of times. So I'm going to move just a little bit left off of that last shot. Okay, so yeah, that was pretty good. You can definitely see, the bowling ball gliding through the front and the mid part of the lane a little bit more than, maybe some of the other hustles, like a Hustle Camo would be, due to this 4,000 finish. This is not polish. Alright, so not bad. I was a little bit slower with that one on my ball speed. You can see the ball is pretty responsive down lane. I'm going to try to stay up on my ball speed just a little bit. But I think I'm in a good part of the lane right now. Okay, so not bad at all, not bad at all. Ball's definitely in play. So I actually have a 2-inch pin on this ball. I'll post the layout for you. Try to execute a little bit better shot. Alright, that was much better than the previous one. Previous one, I just didn't quite get through it the way that I wanted to, so that was a much better executed shot. I think that these, this Hustle line for Roto Grip is really good. I think it's it's definitely a step up from like your Tropical Surges from an entry-level performance perspective. Yeah, so user error. I didn't get that right at all down lane. As you can see, the bowling ball is responsive. Definitely need to get it right. Interesting enough though, a lot of times on its fresher conditions, if I miss in like that, I don't tend to see the ball hook that significant. Yeah, so I think the ball is definitely responding to the friction on the outside. So just for reference, I'm going to throw a Thrill Solid. So Thrill Solid from Motive. This has been a ball that I've really liked, especially here at Park Center. This ball, normally I would say this is going to be more responsive than that X-Ray. We'll see. All right, so as you can see there, a much earlier rolling bowling ball, a little bit smoother down lane, and I think, you know, from a surface perspective, that Thrill Solid does have a little bit more surface on it than the X-Ray, so I think that's why we see it be a little bit slower. So based off of that shot, I'm actually going to cheat a little further left. I think I might just be a little too far right. Yeah, so that's pretty good. So I'm gonna actually grab the X-Ray. We'll throw it in the same spot. And I think in typical fashion, for me, this house shot broke down pretty quickly. There was one game thrown on it already, so I think I just need to move further left. Interesting. Kind of thought that was gonna bounce off the friction a little bit more than that. Interesting. Just based off of what I saw the ball do, you know, 4 boards right of that, I really did think it was going to respond a little bit more down lane. Yeah, so that was a little bit closer to what I expected to see out of it. These are definitely bowling balls that I am able to use on a medium, you know, to lighter volume shots. Some of the heavier volume stuff, these balls would not be in play right off the jump, but something to transition to eventually. Okay, yeah, so now we're dialing it in. I'm rolling a little bit better too, so that's obviously helpful. You know, it just goes to show you that although it's a house shot, you still got to make good quality shots, especially when you have a rev rate like mine. My misses are more significant, and I pay for them a little bit more. So now I'm rolling the ball well. Only took half the video, but hey, at least you're able to see, you know, what it looks like when you miss it. Some other videos I've done, it really doesn't matter where I throw the ball. It somehow finds its way to the pocket. All right, we'll throw one more. We'll go back to the Thrill Solid. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I really like that shape. I don't have many balls that I've drilled that were solid with this much, this little surface on it. Normally I keep my solids around 2,000 depending on what I'm bowling on. So here's the Thrill Solid again. There's the house shot special. Miss entirely, still strike. I like it. All right, here we go. This will be better, I promise. See? Got to keep my promises. Now I'm camped right in that sweet spot of the lane where I typically am at here. yeah, so that's pretty good. Again, I've had a lot of success with this Throw Solid. It's been realistically been kind of a benchmark ball for me here at Park Center Lanes. Just because of how much friction there typically is in the fronts and the outsides, I have to be in something that low. So I'm gonna move a little more left, slow it down a little bit, open the lane a little more. All right, we'll see just what this X-Ray can do. I think that this is where we're going to see the ball struggle just a little bit. And the only reason I think it's going to struggle just a hair is because there is a good amount of volume in the middle still. So I just don't think it's going to pick up quick enough down lane right now. It's going to slide a little bit further than it wants to. We'll see. So I was just practicing on a super flat. It was like 30, 35 feet. And that was kind of the line that I was throwing. And that was actually what the ball kind of looked like. Ironic enough. Bad thing is I was not trying to throw it there. All right, here we go. Let's get it down outside of the break point. Yeah, much better. All right, so we'll throw 2 more with the Throw Solid in this area. I think because this ball has a little bit more surface, just a touch, it's gonna get a little more forward off the back of the pattern. Be very surprised if it actually drives through the pins. Well, I got that in a little bit more. I stayed in the oil. You saw it picked up pretty well. I'm going to try to feed it a little bit further right down lane. We'll see if it is still able to do that. Yeah, so that's a little bit more what I expected to see once I got it out where I was throwing that X-Ray. But overall, I think that, you know, in reality for me, the bowling balls complement each other pretty well. I would definitely be starting in a Throw Solid, you know, compared to the Hustle X-Ray for the fresh house shot condition. And that's just because the ball digs a little bit better. It's a little bit smoother, more blended out. I think that the reaction is just more consistent. Vice the X-Ray is a little bit over under, you know. If it got into the oil, it did slide just a little bit, and it was a little bit more speed and hand sensitive. So it would definitely be probably a game 2, game 3 ball for me, specifically in league. I think for anybody with a high rev rate, lower ball speed, you know, like myself, sometimes I'm a little bit more rev dominant, and I need the help of the bowling ball to get down the lane because some of the stronger stuff, I have a hard time getting off the head pin. I think that either of these 2 bowling balls would be great for you, especially on house shot conditions. I think for anybody that bowls competitively or in tournaments, you know, depending on what you're bowling on, a little bit lower volume and or more friction on the lane, either of these bowling balls would be good for a lot of different people. If you're bowling in, you know, shorter patterns, these definitely come into play. Flatter patterns potentially come into play for you. And then just in general, I think these are going to be great transition balls for a lot of people as you get later in the block, you know, games, you know, 2 through 5, depending on what you're bowling on. So overall, very pleased with the X-Ray and the new release from Roto Grip. So if you like what you guys saw from either the Throw Solid or the Roto Grip, you know, Hustle X-Ray, you know, you can order yours at your local pro shop, and or you can order it at any of the 3 locations for 10 Back Pro Shop. And remember, hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you guys for the next video.